Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your guy Ben. I'm just here today, going in late to work. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be thinking like, what the hell am I doing? And sometimes, like, I realize more and more, it can be hard to admit that you're actually doing something that that you don't like or that you don't necessarily want to do. Um, but I was called in to go to work yesterday, and I wasn't kind of, but I was drafted. They basically told me that if I didn't show up to work, that it's going to be counted as an absent. And the crazy part is that it was my day off. And I'm not gonna lie, that did kind of suck because I did have some plans yesterday. Um, I don't know. I'm just making these videos and stuff, trying to figure out my way in life, and what exactly I'm going to be doing. I am pretty sure of it, I think, but sometimes you don't know the right way until you start walking in some way. I guess, if that makes any sense. If you don't start moving forward in some way, all you're just going to do is just be, all that's going to happen is that you're just going to be stable, and you're not going to be progressing or moving anywhere if you don't decide to take those first steps. So for me, like, even when I make videos like this, it's taking first steps. Maybe I'm archiving and trying to motivate people, especially other people that's dealing with CPTSD, and you're trying to find your way in life. Sometimes you don't want to admit that certain things suck because you're so used to having that mindset that it's okay that things suck for you, because a part of you believes that it's supposed to suck for you. I think one of the best things that's happened to me in my life lately is admitting that certain things suck, and not always trying to pretend that it doesn't. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are in sucky positions in life, sucky jobs, and then of course, along with dealing with your childhood trauma, CPTSD, depression, anxiety, etc., trying to push yourself just to make it one more day, just one more day. You're just trying to push yourself to make it, especially without losing your mind, and taking out your pain and frustration on other people, especially. But I mean, there's always that one person or that one group of people that deserve it. But that's how society, it doesn't work. Society just doesn't work like that. You just can't just release your anger and frustration on people. And plus, I'm sure that those people are dealing with their own anger and their own frustrations about life and their own stress as well. My thing is that just admitting that certain things suck for me right now, and working on making the changes to do something about it, right? Working on making it. Right now, I'm just in a process of making the changes to do something about it, while admitting that sometimes the things that you have to do in life just suck. I just wanted to say that, like, keep pushing forward, guys. I know this, like I said, I want to motivate people who are dealing with childhood trauma, especially from abuse, especially that have dealt with abuse or any type of thing that has staggered you in life, and affected your mental and physical health as an adult. And I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about. But I just wanted to say this real quick so I could just keep pushing forward and keep going and getting better at making videos and doing this. The only way for me now in my life is just forward, regardless. Even with all the things that I've had to go through and am still going through. It really does suck, but I'm just trying to And I'm trying to, and I'm pushing myself to stay positive, and I hope that my words can help you. I know this is not the highest and best video quality, but I hope that there's someone out there who's listening that maybe this can make them feel better as well. Because, just so you know, you're not alone. We're not alone in our fight in dealing with childhood trauma, CPTSD, etc. This is your guy, Ben, father, husband, brother, and friend. Have a good one.